The adult price is 1 million yen. Hey, that's ridiculous.
Black World.
Yamaguchi, please do your job a little more carefully. Yes, my name is Yamaguchi. I'm 32 years old and working as a salaryman. Right now, I'm being scolded by my section chief for a flaw in the documents I made, so it's no big deal to say, "Foo." It's just something like a typo or data inconsistency. You're just calling me out for something like that. It's tiring. Are you listening, Yamaguchi? Yes. What's with that attitude? Are you angry at the way I responded? The section chief got even angrier and lectured me for an hour. After all, isn't it the boss's job to teach his subordinates how to do their jobs well? If they can't do their jobs well, then isn't it the boss's fault? I wasn't listening to anything the section chief said. I've finally finished growing from the section chief, but the stress keeps building up. Hey, I'm fine. At times like this, my usual stress relief method is to leave slanderous comments on SNS. People think, what's so funny about this guy posting a video like this? People find fault with people from celebrities to ordinary people and leave anti-comments. I can't help but write them. Tisk. They're happy to see my comments today too. The comments overflowing with my trustworthy 5th place are very popular on the internet. I've finally surpassed 10,000 followers. Maybe I'm the god of the internet. When I'm pissed off, the best thing to do is to slander people online. It's reassuring to think that there are people below you, and attacking them creates a sense of community. One day, my section chief asked me to record the results of a meeting, and I told him to do it properly. No one will ever see the results of a meeting anyway. What's with that attitude? It's a job you've been entrusted with, so do it properly. I've touched on the section chief's fierceness again. There are a lot of fierceness. After that, I was still being complained about by the section chief for a while, and even after I got home, I couldn't help but be irritated by him. He was so annoying. I wanted to get rid of that excessive behavior. For now, I had to patrol Twitter. Even though I wrote anti-comments as usual, my irritation didn't subside. That's when I came up with the idea of a nameless plan. That's right. I should punish the section chief. I'll even post bad things about my company on the bulletin board. I decided to post nasty bad things on the bulletin board where people could post their company's reputation, and then I made an expose on Twitter, posting a bunch of bad things about the company, my boss, and everything else. He suddenly acted so arrogant and got in the way of his wife. Don't underestimate the god of the internet. I felt a sense of connection that I had never felt before, and my stress completely disappeared. From that day on, whenever I got yelled at for something at work, I decided to post bad things about him online. I've been getting so irritated that my hair has been thinning recently. A certain section chief, he doesn't have 3 ways to hide his baldness. A barcode? I would also collect boyfriends, and all the female employees were disgusted. Get out of the way. That kind of life continued until one day, when I was summoned by my section chief. This is annoying. He'll just give me a nagging lecture like usual. Excuse me. When I went to the conference room, there was a tense atmosphere. Section Chief Yamaguchi slowly approached me and handed me a piece of paper. The paper was printed with defamatory comments about the company that I had posted on SNS and message boards. What on earth is going on here? Yamaguchi, no, that's not me. I don't know anything about this. I thought you would say that. But you registered your company email address on SNS and message boards, right? That's why they already knew that you were the culprit. What a shame. Our employee is doing something like this. You're going to be super fired. Hey, you mean dismissal? That's too much. No matter how much I tried to make excuses, the section chiefs wouldn't forgive me. Furthermore, I originally considered filing a criminal lawsuit to protect my reputation, but this time the section chief told me that I could be forgiven with compensation. Ellipsis. What do you mean compensation? I have to look for a job now. How can I afford that? It's frustrating. Well, for the time being, I'll just leave a hate comment as usual to relieve my stress. Hey, you got this, right? What's this, old hag? I was wondering what it was when old hag handed me something with a strange gesture, and it turned out to be mail from a law firm. What's this? It was damages. Apparently, one of the people who posted hate comments on SNS and attacked me had filed a claim for damages. The amount is 1 million yen. That's ridiculous. How did you know it was me? Isn't SNS anonymous? Anyway, I went to the law firm and told them that I didn't do it. So I didn't do it. You know, there's something called IP address, and even if you have a special name, if you look it up, you can find out who was slandering you. So, Mr. Yamaguchi, it's been obvious for a long time that you've been slandering people. That's right. I have to pay compensation too. I don't know about that. It didn't seem like my lawyer would help me, and I was in tears. For now, please start by sincerely facing the people you've slandered and apologizing to them. Are you saying that if you apologize, you won't be sued for disability compensation? Of course not. I'm just saying that you should behave better as a person. You. Damn lawyer, how dare you talk so arrogantly to me? I didn't come here to be lectured. Hey, stop being violent. In the end, I was kicked out of the law firm. What should I do now? If I get fired, I won't be able to find a job. On top of that, I'll run out of money from compensation and claims for damages. Not only that, I'll be living in debt. Well, if I've fallen this far, my life will only go up from here. I can't go any lower. That's what I thought as I went home. Then I found something in the mailbox.
Oh, you're right. This
Is another disability claim. And there's so many of them. So many people who have a grudge against me. I imagine the anti-comments directed at me in my head. Stop it. Please stop. I can't take it anymore. My name is Kumamoto. I'm just a freshman at university right now. But I plan to become famous and rich one day. I'm working with my eyes on the future, so I don't do stupid things like studying or club activities that might not be useful in the future. Because I'm the guy who's going to be a popular YouTuber. As a university student, I poured all my energy into my dream of being a YouTuber. If I keep this up, I might not even graduate, but that doesn't matter. Living at home, I don't work part-time, and every day I ask my mother for pocket money to buy new convenience store products to introduce on YouTube. No, it's not growing at all. I've tried everything, like the standard product reviews, cover songs, and Mentos and Coke, but nothing's growing. One day, I was watching TV and they were talking about a YouTuber who's always causing trouble. Apparently, they'd caused some kind of minor incident. I did it while listening to the comments from the troubled-looking neighbors and celebrities. I see, so there's a way to be a controversial YouTuber. Simply put, a current-day YouTuber is someone who gathers views on their videos by doing annoying things. In fact, the comments that caused controversy tended to grow incredibly due to anti-comments. It's really great to be able to get paid for seeing people's troubled faces, and to be able to turn people's clothes into money. Even if I get caught, I'm a minor, so I'll be fine. I got the hang of it and started my activities right away. Inside the convenience store, I started eating ice cream and reviewing the product before paying. Of course, I was filming a video. Oh, it's getting hot. Summer is almost here. When you think of summer, you think of ice cream. So, let's get right into the product review. In the middle of filming, the clerk complained to me, but I thought, oh, I can just pay. The customer is king. Look, I threw the money down. Easy peasy. I walked out of the convenience store while licking the remaining half of my ice cream. I made a random thumbnail and immediately uploaded the video from earlier. Now, I wonder how many views it will get. By the way, I also shouted a lot about how terrible things were near the local school. It was a stupid action with no idea at all, and the convenience store review only lasted a few minutes. I thought it wouldn't get much traction anyway, but the next day, no way. I casually checked and saw that it had gotten far more views than the videos I had made carefully and with a lot of time. It's the same as saying that there are no videos that don't get traction. That's right. For a video to get traction is justice. It's easy. That day, I caused trouble at the supermarket as usual, and the manager realized that it was under a child, so he was found not guilty. I get complaints when I film, but so far I haven't been caught, and even if I were caught, I'm a minor, so the crime is minor. I got hooked on this exquisite thrill. Compared to my previous videos like Mentos and Coke, it's gotten a lot more traction. However, while people found it amusing at first, they gradually got bored and it started to slow down. As a result of increasing the number of posts, I became famous in the neighborhood for my troublesome behavior, and my parents and friends and teachers from university started to worry about me. Ugh, I'm so annoying. This guy in Germany too. They're trying to trip me up because they don't want me to become famous and rich. I realized this while checking my channel while walking and using my smartphone. That's right. The point of YouTube's controversial videos is how much trouble you cause people. Since I started filming extreme videos, it's not uncommon for adults to violently arrest me and yell at me. However, if I just keep my head down and look sad for 30 minutes, the storm will pass. And the video will remain. In reality, what I'm doing is causing trouble, but I'm not committing any crimes like shoplifting. Before I knew it, my friends and others were distancing themselves from me, and I became even more absorbed in YouTube. I've already taken over this convenience store and that supermarket. I was starting to run out of ideas for videos. As I was walking around looking for ideas, I suddenly came across a small knife shop that seemed to be run by an individual. A knife shop, huh? I haven't been in here yet. Alright, I might be able to get some interesting pictures here. When I entered the shop, there were no customers in the knife shop, just a man who looked like he was a tent. Welcome. He was small, but he greeted me properly. Huh. There are a lot of knives. There are various knives lined up. Wow, they're so expensive. Do these knives cost over 10,000 yen each? If you're interested, take a look. Is this place run by a business? Yes. I'm the only one running the business. Just me? You seem easy. I like making knives. That's why I started this shop as a way to learn about society. My selling point is selling high-quality products. Oh, it's a phone call. The sound of a phone call came from the back, and the shopkeeper retreated to the back of the store. Alright, here's my chance. I immediately took out my smartphone and started filming. I squeezed out a knife worth over 10,000 yen. Something I could try cutting was a garbage bag full of uncollected food waste that had fallen into the garbage dump in front of the store. The dirty food waste was sticking out. I took the food waste, including the garbage bag, to the knife specialty store, and for the time being, I put the rotten radish in the sink. Okay, without further ado, I'd like to do a product review by a YouTuber who causes controversy, Kumamoto. I grab an expensive knife and deliberately make it difficult to cut through a rotten radish. Wait, they were bragging about how high quality their products were, but it looks like they're raw. I think a pair of scissors from a 100 yen shop would cut better. What a terrible store to sell such a basic product for over 10,000 yen. It's a Bodakori store. Let's punish them a little. It seemed like the heavens were about to return, so I threw the garbage bag full of raw waste into the store and ran away. Of course, I made sure to record the footage of the inside of the store where I was punished. It was summer, so the smell was terrible. Later, the video of the product review from the knife shop went viral like never before. Hee-hoo. Now I'm one of the major YouTubers who cause controversy. I had high hopes for the future, but things started to take an unexpected turn. A while later, I received a line message from a friend from college who I hadn't seen in a while. Hey, I saw that YouTube video. That blade shop tent is the young leader of the Yakuza, Yutaro. Run away. Before I knew it, the video had gone viral, with dislikes and calls for refusal. I was scared, so I did an ego search. I never imagined that even my real name and address had been identified. Leaking personal information shows how low the level of Japanese people is. Do they have no sense of ethics? I left the house in fear, but my mother called me right away. She said she was calling for anything. I thought it was the police, but as soon as I heard the word small, I immediately knew it was Tentaro. Several hours have passed since then. My fear just keeps growing. Even though it's summer, it's still chilly at night. I was too scared to go home or to my friends because I was afraid the Yakuza would find me. I bought some food at a convenience store and tried to eat it while hiding in the park, but my hands were shaking with fear, so I couldn't open the bag without scissors. Then, a pair of scissors was handed to me. When I turned around, Yutaro was standing there. Actually, I make things like this as part of my hobby. Did I mention it's raw? What do you think? Do you want to try it? That conger eel specialty shop is famous in that area because it's run by a young Yakuza boss. If you keep digging like this without making any noise, it'll be a matter of termination. You understand, right? For now, I'll have you come to my gang's office. Oh, if only you hadn't done that. I thought I'd become famous like a celebrity who gets into trouble and appears on TV, but I thought that getting into trouble and being famous were similar but completely different, and that I had become a special person, but it was just a misunderstanding. I'll show you with my own experience whether our products are raw or not. If you've watched this far, you have potential. You should subscribe to the channel.
鈴鹿さん、今司会進行中だよ。食べるのは一旦ストップした方が。
ブラックワールド。
お腹すいた。何かあるかな。私の名前は鈴鹿、35歳の OL。ラッキー桃があるじゃん。あ、ここにはウィンナー。よーし、全部食べちゃおう。実家暮らしで掃除も洗濯もご飯も親に任せっぱなしで何不自由ない生活を送っている。今も夜中に小腹が空いたから冷蔵庫の食べ物を物色中。だって目についた食べ物は全部私のものだもんね。
ねえ鈴鹿ちゃん、また冷蔵庫に入っているもの勝手に食べたでしょ。朝ごはんで使おうと思っていたウインナーがないんだけど。
どうだろう、食べちゃったかも。覚えてない。それより朝ごはん早く早く。
まったくもう卵焼きしかできないわよ。
しょうがないな。それでいいから早く出して。
その何でもかんでも目についたものを食べちゃうくせどうにかしなさいよ。
いいじゃない。お父さんだってたくさん食べて成長しなさいって言ってくれてるんだから。行ってきます。朝ごはん足りなかったからコンビニでパン買ってこ。 私は大手企業で OL をしている。もう10年以上も勤めているが、それも家から近いからという理由だ。結局1000円分もパン買っちゃった。今日は控えめにしようと思ったんだけど、美味しそうなものは買っちゃうよね。おはようございます。
おはようございます。今日もビニール袋パンパンですね。
今日はちょっと少ないくらいだよ。
そうなんですね。
ねえ、今日の夜空いてる？一緒に食事でもどうかな？
すいません、今日は予定があって。
そうなの？じゃあまた今度ね。もう釣れないんだから。先輩、今日こそご飯どうですか？
いや、今日はちょっと。
残念。また今度お願いしますね。まったく、せっかく私から誘ってあげてるのに、みんなノリが悪いな。男性社員を頻繁に食事に誘っているのに毎回断られてしまう。みんな私が社内の高嶺の花だから緊張してしまうのだろう。そんなに気負いすることないのに。ただいま。お腹すいた。お母さんご飯。
用意できているわよ。ご飯は自分でよそいなさい。
ご飯結構残ってるじゃん。全部食べちゃおう。いただきます。
本当によく食べるわね。
何か食べるもの。この箱はケーキじゃん。ラッキー。
鈴鹿、ちょっと来なさい。
何よもう。
あんた冷蔵庫に入っていたケーキ全部食べたでしょ。
さあ、食べたかな？覚えてないわ。
家族で食べようと思って買ってきたのに、どうして全部一人で食べちゃうの？
うるさいわね。私の家の冷蔵庫に入っていたんだから私が食べるに決まってるでしょ。そんなに大事なら金庫にでも入れておきなさいよ。目の前にある食べ物を食べて何が悪いのよ。私の食べ物に対する執着は小学校の頃からだった。給食美味しかった。でもちょっと足りないかも。
今日一人休みだからプリン1個余ってるらしいぞ。
私その子が休む時にプリンもらう約束してた。だからこれは私のね。
なんだよそれ。そんな約束できるわけないだろ。
うるさいわね。なんと言おうとこれは私が食べるんだから。高校時代は給食がないから苦労した。お弁当食べたけど全然足りない。購買でパンでも買ってこようかな。
鈴鹿は相変わらず食べるの早いね。
その卵焼き美味しそうだね。
よかったら一つ食べ。
ありがとう。美味しい。そのたくさんウインナーは？
じゃあこれも。
ありがとう。すごい美味しかった。明日もよろしくね。
明日も？
それから数十年経った今も目の前にある食べ物は私のもの。この間も会社の新年会で結構食べたし。
ではこれより部長から挨拶を行っていただこうと。鈴鹿さん、今司会進行中だよ。食べるのは一旦ストップした方が。
何言ってるのよ。こっちはちゃんと参加費払ってるんだから、どれだけ食べてもいいでしょ。だからここに出ているもの全部私が食べるのよ。
でも他の人たちも同じ料金払っているんだからさ、他の人たちのことも考えないと。
だったらあのつまんない挨拶聞いていないで食べればいいのよ。あのサラダまだ余ってるじゃない。ねえ、そこのお皿のお魚余ってるなら私にちょうだい。こういう会の時は複数のテーブルを渡り歩いてお腹いっぱいになるまで食べれるから最高。
本日からメンバーが1人加わることになった。こちらの部署に異動になったりょうたくんだ。みんなよろしく頼む。今日から配属されることになりました。至らない点があるかと思いますがよろしくお願いいたします。
来た来た、イケメンじゃん。これは他の女たちより先に仲良くなっておかなくちゃ。
よろしく。うわっ、
りょうたくんよろしく。私鈴鹿って言います。わからないことがあったら何でも聞いてね。
ありがとうございます。
ねえりょうたくん、お近づきの印にこの後一緒にご飯行かない？
部署の皆さんでですか？
二人っきりで。
すいません、今日は難しいです。
りょうたくん、最近この近くに美味しい海鮮居酒屋ができたらしいんだけど一緒にどう？
すいません、俺魚類が苦手なんです。
ねえねえりょうたくん、私とご飯に。
じゃあ一度だけご一緒させてください。
ほんと？じゃあ今日の夜ね、予約しておくわ。よっしゃ、やっと近づくチャンスができたわ。メニューも豊富で全部美味しそうだね。りょうたくんはどれにする？
じゃあこのサラダとパスタとハンバーグのセットで。
いいね、私も同じのにしようっと。すいません、注文お願いします。このサラダとパスタとハンバーグを2つずつ。
ありがとうございます。
あとこっちのサラダとポテトとパスタとチキンをお願いします。
確かに美味しそうでしたけど、そんなに注文して大丈夫ですか？
ついつい頼んじゃった。あれ、りょうたくんブロッコリー食べないの？
ちょっと苦手で。
じゃあ私が食べてあげる。このサラダもいい？
はい、どうぞ。っていうか食べる気失せたわ。
パスタ美味しかったな。もう一回頼んじゃおう。すいません。
まだ食べるんですか？
まだまだ食べ足りないわよ。このまま全メニュー制覇しちゃうかな。グフ。
マジかこいつ。すごい額。
結構食べたもんね。
俺は全然食べてないですけど。
そうだっけ？よく覚えてないや。じゃあお会計よろしくね。
はあ？なんで俺が？
なんでって、デートでご飯食べたら男が全額払うのが当然でしょ。私に払わせようっての？
デートなんて言ってないし、誘ってきたのはそっちでしょ。
女の方から誘わせるなんて罪の男よね。でも喜んで来てくれたんだから払ってよね。ああ、美味しかった。次は中華のお店に。
豚。こっちはしつこく誘われていやいや来たってのに、しかも料理はほとんど一人で食べ尽くして、挙句の果てには全額払えって。俺は家畜かなんかと来たのか？
家畜？
あんたの話は周りの人から聞いていたけど、想像以上だったよ。食べてる姿なんか豚そのものだったし、みんな断るわけだ。
私はただ目の前に出された食べ物を全部食べただけで。
一緒に食事の席にいる人のことも考えられないなんてマジで家畜じゃん。うちで飼っている犬以下だわ。ここは払うけど、もう会社で必要以上に話しかけないでください。
私はだって全部私のものを。
あんだけ一人で食べておいて払わせようとしたの？非常識にも程があるでしょ。俺なら絶対無理だわ。
っていうか食べ方汚かったもんね。あんなの見てたら食べる気なくなるよね。静香ちゃん、今日はおやしく食べないの？珍しいわね。お腹でも壊したのかしら。
豚、家畜、みんなそう思ってたのか。私はただ目の前にある食べ物を食べただけなのに。
これはおごられる前提で食い散らかす女のまた別の話である。
熊本さん、今日はごちそうさまです。楽しかった。
それだけ？っていうかなんで全額俺払いなの？ちょっと待ってよ。
バイバーイ。私はリサ。出会い系アプリで毎日男性とマッチングして優雅な生活を送っているモテ女。ご飯はもちろん洋服やカバン、アクセサリーにお小遣いまでおごってもらえちゃうんだから、モテるって人生楽勝すぎ。だから働いたこともなければバイトだってしたこともない。男性におごってもらえるんだから頑張る必要なんてないしね。私の狙い目は明らかに女性に飢えてそうな男。アプリの自己紹介に結婚願望ありますなんて書いている男は特に狙いやすい。
それでリサさんは結婚したならどんな家庭を持ちたいですか？
あったかい家庭ですかね。私、明るくて賑やかな家族が好きなんですよ。
わあ、僕と一緒じゃないですか。子供は女の子と男の子を一人ずつで、それから
光一さん、私この料理長おすすめの盛り合わせも食べてみたいです。
うわ、5万円。いや割り勘だと考えればまだ大丈夫。もちろんいいですよ。
こうやって話を合わせておけば男は気分よく話し続けるからちょろいちょろいで、ちょうどいいところでお手洗いに立ってちょっとお化粧直しに。
はい。遅いなリサさん、もう30分だぞ。お連れ様でしたら先に帰られましたけど。はあ、やられた。
女に生まれてよかった。少しその気があるふりをすれば男はみんな簡単に引っかかるんだから早速明日の獲物もゲット。じゃ明日も最高のごちそうをタダでたからせてもらいますか
お待たせ。
52点ね。服装も庶民的だしブランド物だってつけてない。顔はまあまあいい部類だけど居酒屋なんて選ぶ時点でマイナス30点。
さあ中へ入ろう。
お腹ペコペコ。まあいいわ、今回もたかるだけたかりまくってさようならだから
さてと、じゃあとりあえず自己紹介から。
生中2つにお刺身盛り合わせ、それから地鶏の唐揚げと寿司セットでしょ。あとは神戸牛のサイコロステーキにキャビアパスタと伊勢海老鍋。はい注文しちゃいます。
ちょっと順番がしかも量多くない？
大丈夫大丈夫、こう見えて私結構食べられるんだ。
そうなんだ
美味しい。もうほんと幸せ。
女の子が美味しそうに食べている姿っていいよね。最近だとダイエットしてるって言ってあんまり食べてくれない子も多いからさ。美味しいものを美味しく食べてくれる子って俺好きなんだよね。
そう言ってくれるのは亮太さんだけですよ。私人前でも気にせず食べちゃうからドン引きされることも多いっていうかでもそう言ってくれて嬉しい。
そうそんなに喜んでもらえると照れるな。
よーし、このまま推しに推していこうかな。このタイプは残念イケメン系だから推しに弱いのよね。私サバサバしているからあんまりモテなくて、実は男性とお付き合いしたことないんですよ。
そうなの？リサさん可愛いからモテモテだろうなって思ってたのに。
全然もう男性と手すら握ったこともなくて、男の人の免疫なさすぎで困ってるんですよ。だからこうやってアプリで頑張ってるんですけど、なかなかいい出会いがないし。
そういうことなら俺立候補しちゃおっかな。
本当ですか？嬉しい。私本当に男みたいで可愛くないんですけど、それでもいいですか？
何言ってるんですか。リサさんはとても可愛いですよ。他の男たちの見る目がなかっただけです。こんなに魅力的な女性なのに俺だったらほっといてませんからね。
ありがとう。亮太くんは優しいんだね。
いえそんな。
落ちた。何この簡単攻略男、ちょろすぎでしょ。どんだけ女に免疫ないんだっての。こいつ十中八九童貞だわ。これでたかった男100人目達成じゃもうこいつには用なしだし帰りますか。もうお腹いっぱいかも。
全部食べたんだもんね。すごいすごい。じゃあお会計にしよっか。
お願い。
はいお会計。俺実は財布持ってきてないんだ。
じゃあ何しに来たのよ。
何しにってあなたに会いに来ただけだけど。
会いに来るなら財布持ってきなさいよ。私だってあんたにおごってもらうつもりで来たんだから、財布なんて持ってきてないのよ。そもそも私みたいな可愛い子に会えるってのに無一文で来る？
可愛いとか自分で言うんだ。
何笑ってんのよ。ここの会計どうするつもりよ。
今はスマホ決済だってできるんだからリサさんが支払えばいいだけでしょ。
相談じゃないわよ。こういうものは男が支払うって相場が決まってるもんでしょうが。なんで女性の私が支払わないといけないの？あんただってスマホ持ってんだからあんたが支払いなさいよね。私は絶対に支払わないから。女性は男に会うためにメイクだって服装だって髪型だって金かけてきてんのよ。
それが俺に何の関係があるの？
何のって私と一緒に食事したでしょ。
俺は最初から無料の水しか飲んでないよ。頼んだ高級料理をバンバン食べてたのはリサさんだけ。俺は一口だけ食べちゃいない。 それなのになんで俺が支払わないといけないの？普通に考えて食べた人が支払うべきだよね。
でも今までは男性がおごってきてくれたから。
おごってきてくれたんじゃなくて、たかってきたの間違いだろ。高一、熊本、この名前に覚えがあるよな。
何のこと？
しらばくれるんじゃない。お前のカモにされて泣き寝入りさせられてきた被害者だ。お前が最近この二人に会って食い逃げするようにいなくなったってことを聞いてるんだからな。
あんたあいつらの知り合いだったの？
そうだよ。高一と熊本は俺の親友だ。二人ともお前に会う前付き合えるかもって本気で喜んでいたんだからな。お前に食い逃げされた後のあいつらの悲しみを負ったら、だから俺は二人の敵を取ってやるためにお前に会うことにしたんだ。
じゃあ最初からそれが目的で？
もちろんだ。そうじゃなかったら誰がお前みたいなたかり女に会ったりするもんか。ついでに言わせてもらうけど、アプリに載ってる写真誰だよ。原型がわからないほど加工しすぎだし、年齢サバ読みすぎ。誰が20代前半だって？お前どっから見ても四捨五入で40代だろ。それから特技が料理と裁縫とか書いといて袖のボタンほつれたままだけど、料理が好きなくせにお前のプロフページの写真に載ってる料理全部デパ地下の惣菜だしな。お前の人生全部嘘だらけじゃないか。あと自分で思ってるほどお前全然可愛くないから。シワすごいしほうれい線見えるし、心の汚さが顔に出てるんだよ。
とにかくあんたは私と一緒に食事したんだから、私のレンタル料として食事代払いなさいよ。私と一緒に食事できただけで料金が発生してるんだからね。このままいなくなったらあんたの方こそ食い逃げなんだから。
だから何も食べてないって言ってるだろ。
うるさい。男なら支払いなさいって言ってんのよ。
分かったよ。男だから支払えばいいんだろ。ほら男だから1000円。
これだけ？
じゃあな。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。お会計3万5000円なのよ。こんなんじゃ足りるわけないじゃない。ちょっと慌てて後を追おうとしたんだけど、店員に食い逃げたと思われた私は引き止められてしまい逃げ出せず、なんとか事情を話してみたものの、最初から食い逃げする気だったと判断され通報までされてしまった。そのせいで詐欺罪として告訴されることになり、私は檻の中から出られなくなってしまった。私はただご飯をご馳走してもらいたかっただけなのに。
ここまで見たお主らは見込みがある。チャンネル登録をしていくがよい。